Oh, hello. Morning, gents. Like a nice wash, would you?
Tom.
Help yourselves.
I've got your note.
Oh, you're the young fellow who's with that girl, aren't you?
Yes. What do you know about it?
Plenty. But it'll cost you a bit.
All right. There'll be quite enough of that sort of talk.
Yeah, what do you think you're doing? Who are you pushing?
I'm a police detective, and I must warn you that I shall take down anything you say.
All right. Trousers.
All right, Slobotham, I'll take over. Forgive him. He's a bit new. Well, there's no need for anybody to get excited, is there, Mr.
Dan. Daniel Dan.
Dan Dann.
Yes.
That is a funny name for someone in this job, isn't it? Well, we just want to have a friendly little chat, Mr. Dan.
Well, shall we go to my little room? Make yourselves at home, gents.
Well, this is a nice place you have here, Mr. Dan.
Yes. Well, there's something to be said for it. I live in a man's world.
Well, Mr. Dan, about this note you sent to Mr. Potter, it's very important.
Mrs. Peabody. Hello, Mrs. Peabody. Nice woman. Her husband's a customer of mine.
Yes, very interesting, but...
You know, I can honestly say that I know everyone who goes past here intimately, you might say.
Yes, I would say that business here is definitely looking up.
No stockings. She never wears them. Mind you, I've seen worse. There's a Scotsman who goes past here in a kilt and you wouldn't give it credence.
Mr. Dan, the Sergeant Bung is trying to ask you some questions.
All right.
We want to know what happened to Doris.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Her and the others.
And the others. What do you know, Mr. Dan?
I was working out at a place near Holcombe Woods as a gardener.
By the way,
That's the place. Not a bad job. Well paid.
They're talking to Dan.
Dan?
Dan, the gardening man, you know.
Oh, that could be very awkward. We must silence him. On board?
Mind you, I'm not saying that what happened to Doris isn't what happened to the others, but it looked very suspicious to me.
Yes, Mr. Dan, for goodness sake, what happened to the others?
I was just coming to that. Well, I saw... Hello? Who's that then? Must be a stranger around here. Did you see those dirty great plates?
Mr. Dan, please, what happened to those girls?
All right. Well, I was telling you, I saw... Sounds like a customer. I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse me, gents.
how long's he going to be, for heaven's sake?
Good morning, sir. Nice day. I don't like the sound of that.
Nor me. Come on! Dan, where are you? Sergeant! Look, open it quick. Just a minute. Don't look.
Is he?
Drowned.